Good morning, Tarot viewers. Welcome to Good Morning Tarot. Okay, I was looking at the crystal ball and I saw someone eating cotton candy. You know, those fluffy, colorful, usually pinkish colored sweet candies. When it's fluffy, when you get it and you put it in your mouth, it melts in your mouth. No, yeah, that's what I see. Somebody eating cotton candy. Now, it's a little bit specific, no, but in a certain sense, when you look at it in a general way, maybe today is a day for you to treat yourself, just like your parents would treat you when you were still a child. Okay, so just when the old people would bring us to the fair and treat us, no, maybe today is a day for you to treat yourself. Well, anyway, it's Saturday. Okay. Oh, whoa, whoa, beautiful. Uh, Let us try to see now. Let's start the day by trying to see what is the main energy and what can we expect for the day and what is the advice of the universe. Okay, okay, main energy. You know, cotton candy is not very expensive, so even if you have limited funds right now, well, of course you can always ask a friend to buy you the cotton candy. Yeah. Or maybe you can be the one to sell the cotton candy so that you can have some extra bucks. Okay. Why did I say that? Well, we have here the Four of Pentacles. Limited funds right now? Yeah, maybe. Well, oftentimes we have limited funds, but if you have been living in this universe for quite some time, you realize that and you've been working for quite some time, you realize that oftentimes before the end of the month, you worry, oh, I have to pay for this, I have to pay for that, I have this commitment that I need to, financial commitment that I need to address, okay, and we feel worried about it. And then the month passes on, and then you realize, oh, I made it through the month, and whatever this financial problem is, it got solved. Maybe you were able to find an answer to it along the way. And then you realize you're already 20 years through working and providing for yourself. And also at that time, you worry about what you're going to pay, your financial, but you always make it through somehow. And then you realize, well, it seems that the universe always takes care of my bills. You know? And then you realize, all throughout this year, I have been worrying about my bills, and yet I am able to make it through. It's as if, yeah, the universe always makes it a point that we are able to make it through somehow. Somehow we need to tighten our belts a little bit sometimes to make it through. No? Like just like right now, I feel this main energy is maybe you wanted to. There are certain things you wanted to have right now, but you couldn't get it at this time because yeah, you have a tight budget right now, and you're tiptoeing. You're tiptoeing through it. Now you're halfway through the month already, and you're tiptoeing through your expenses. But so far, you're making it through. It gives you a roof to rest on, under which to rest on, and yeah, something makes you feel emotionally secure. No, you see, the man who is a little bit smiling. So in a certain sense, yeah, you might have limited funds right now, but you get by. Okay, so this is the energy here. You get by. For some of you, you are in the city right now. Maybe, yeah, maybe you're still starting your life right now. Um, Many people, after they become a little bit stable or successful, they look back to those days when they had to, yeah, make things fit for each day. You know, their money, they try to extend it so that they make it through, and they smile because they, yeah, well, like Barry Manilow would say, I made it through the rain. Okay. and kept myself protected, something like that. I made it through the rain and found my point of view. I made it through the rain. Okay, so yeah, limited funds today. Okay, but don't worry, it will be enough. It will be enough to make you feel, just be happy, feel comfortable. It is enough money to keep you warm, enough money to have you a place to sleep under, enough money to make your tummy warm. Okay, you see here this big one. Enough money to keep you healthy and prevent you from becoming sick. Okay. Well, that's one thing that we can thank the divine for. We might not be able to have the most comfortable things, but I guess we have enough to treat ourselves today to a cotton candy. Okay, so it makes me feel that happiness can be found even in the smallest things. No, happiness can be found. They say the greatest and most beautiful things in life are often free, uh, and cannot be felt or cannot be touched, but usually felt by the heart, something like that. Okay. Anyway, so this is the main energy, and okay, this is what is expected of us to react to somehow respond to this main energy. So yes, we should have that energy of the hanged man. Look at life in a different point of view, to have a paradigm shift, no? To still be comfortable in an uncomfortable situation. You see this hanged man, he is already hanged upside down. If you are in a financial strait, sometimes it makes you feel like you're hanged upside down. But you see him, he's able to put his legs into a reversed four. It's like when you are sitting and you want to relax, you form the number four in your legs, no? And it shows that you are relaxed, no? So even in his constrained position where only one leg is tied, he's able to be comfortable and able to be enlightened in the situation. So in your tight situation right now, this is an opportunity for us to be enlightened, for us to look at life in a different point of view, and to still be at peace in spite of the uncomfortable situation you might find yourself in. When you look at him, yeah, he looks to be at peace, no? And he's looking at one side. He's looking at one side as if maybe it makes me think, what comes to me is, aha, okay, an idea. Maybe out of this situation, an idea will come. But I feel right now, you just need to look at it in a different way. Not to have the point of view of the common run-of-the-mill situations. No, you look at it in a positive way instead of looking at it in a negative way. You know how it is. You turn it upside down. So if this situation oftentimes will make people feel constrained, worried, feel limited, you can look at it as a possibilities. Like for example, what is coming to my mind right now is, if you are really down and out, there's no other way but up. Okay, it's like when you are in the lowest rank, there's only one way. If you would just work on it, you will slowly go up, and so it's like that. So it requires, for today, it requires you to still find the silver lining in a cloudy day. Okay, so look at it in a different way. So I feel that is what is being asked for you. So to be able to find joy in eating cotton candy amidst the difficult challenges of life, or maybe even limited resources. Now let's try to see here. Okay, we have here the Eight of Pentacles. So we start with what we have, and from what we have, we create a work of art. So when you look at it, this person made use of, what I'm thinking right now is you know, this tin container lid. Okay, the tin container lid. He tapped on it and made a work of art from it. So it's like a biscuit can container. He took off the lid and started making an art out of it, and he's able to make beautiful beautiful things from something that is very simple, and he had to work on it diligently. So I feel that the energy here and the advice of the universe that is here is, in your financial constraint or in your situation right now where you might feel you have limited resources at this time, you can start with something very small, and from that small you create a work of art. So you start with what the universe has given you at this time. It can be a certain talent that he has given you. It can be just a small way, but using this talent, this gift that the universe has given you, it might seem sort of insignificant to other people, but I feel because it's a gift from the universe, you can see the possibilities of this gift. You start to work on it diligently, just like here in the Eight of Pentacles, and before you know it, it will bring you the stability, for some of you, financial stability that you need right now. Okay, so think of whatever gift it is. Work on it diligently. Put on your working clothes, just as this person in the Eight of Pentacles. You work on it, and before you know it, you will have some work of arts that you can already exhibit to the world. So this is what I can see right now for you, dear tarot readers, for our Good Morning Tarot. From something very limited, look at it in a different light and create a work of art. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful message from the universe. Well, let's now go to the second part, which is the self-care tip. Okay, for our self-care tip, we have this card. It says here, what some call rebellion, others call survival. Okay, by Shirley Fessel. And it says here also, as you awaken to yourself, look around, recognize the beauty in ordinary things. Okay, so sometimes I don't know, the one that comes to me is it's like you're not afraid to be who you truly are, even if it's not comfortable, even if sometimes you need to go through some challenges because people couldn't understand you. You're not afraid to sing your special song. It's the challenge of that. No? It's the survival of who you truly are when you are not afraid to be different. Now, when you try to be different, when you try to listen to that drummer within you, that silent drummer within you, when you follow that inspiration that the universe gives you, sometimes it makes you live your life a little bit different from the contemporary things, no? So you become different, you become a little bit weird, no? When you do that, people might say, oh, this person is rebelling. Okay, like for example, you like to wear colorful hats, and it's you do it, and it makes you stand out in the crowd, it makes you different, but this is the you. And when people see that hat, they immediately know, oh, okay, Miss So-and-so is already here, and somehow it brightens the atmosphere immediately. And they could even see you from a distance. No, you stick out like a very bright red rose. Okay, it's like that. So it's when you try to be who you truly are, then you shine out, you become different. And yes, in a certain sense, it's survival. It's nurturing yourself and allowing the true self you are meant to be to survive and exist and to flourish in this life that we are, in this existence that we call life. So in a certain sense, yeah, being different, other people might call it rebellion, but for you it's survival. It's expressing who you truly are. You allow your true self to survive, and even with limited funds, no, he says here, as you awaken to yourself, look around and recognize the beauty in the ordinary things. Because you try to be yourself, usually it starts with you start with limited funds, no, but sooner or later when the world picks up and starts to appreciate your uniqueness as a person, then things get better. But in the meantime, while you have limited resources like the one we had in the tarot card reading, and also in the crystal ball, try to find joy in the little things. Like in the crystal ball we saw this person who is happily eating a cotton candy. So try to find joy in the ordinary things of life. Recognize the beauty in ordinary things. Quite interesting. So today, don't be afraid to be different. It's not rebellion, it's survival of who you are. It's you telling to the world, this is me and this is my gift to you. Well, it's up to you whether you like to accept me or just let me be. Okay. At the same time, also, uh, yeah, you find joy in the little things. The limited funds cannot keep you from smiling, singing, and bringing joy to the world. Okay. Let us now go to the internal self-care tips. It says here, rebellion can be a creative, life-affirming act. The form it takes either can allow us to find more full, authentic expression. Example, when we rebel against restrictive or oppressive constructs or systems. Okay, when you rebel against the system, when you go against the tide, okay. Or it can keep us from our fullest expression. Example, rebellion turned inward, commonly known as self-sabotage. Okay. As you move through your day, take note of moments when you feel you need to escape or rebel. This is your survival instinct calling your name. Okay, so yeah, when you feel you need to escape for a while and eat some cotton candy, go. Nurture yourself. Now let's try to look at the external self-care tip. So the first one was the internal self-care tip. It's nurturing yourself and allowing yourself to be your unique, weird self. Okay. In the external self-care, let us see. It says here, today, think about the areas in life where you tend to rebel against the world. Mm-hmm. Where do you tend to feel restricted in relationships, and how do you buck against them? Okay. What societal roles do you accept, and which ones placed upon you do you like to challenge? Where do you feel restricted in your work life, and how do you enact behaviors of rebellion against the work paradigm? Okay, yeah. For example, uh, everybody has a very common appearance, a very common uniform, and somehow you wear your uniform in a unique way that immediately they see, oh, he's different or she's different. Okay, and you makes you stand out. Okay, so how do you rebel in a positive way and at the same time in a way that it will not affect your career, your work career? How can you be different? Okay, yeah. So in the workplace, how do you make those little rebellions that makes the world appreciate you more as a very unique individual? Interesting. Okay. In taking stock of these areas where you challenge the world around you, Imagine them as sticks scattered on the ground. Now gather your rebellions in your arms, lovingly place them in a pile. They represent your very will to live. It's true. You know? What are those little things that you use in your daily life that you are able to put your, well, stick your tongue out and say to the world, I made it, something like that. You know how it is sometimes when you were little children, we stick our tongue out as if in rebellion against those who are trying to impose their rules on us. Okay, it's like you say, it doesn't affect me. I don't care. Something like that. Our little rebellions. No? You try to gather those little moments of rebellions that makes you smile. Okay, let's continue. Build your pile high. These little rebellions that you have gathered. Okay, but don't light the fire today. It is for safekeeping. Okay, there will come a day when you need to channel that fire from your for your very survival. And now you will know how to conjure what you need. Okay, so you gather these little memories of little successes, no, little rebellions, no, that allow your unique self to shine out into the crowd. You gather these little memories. If you have a journal, write them down into your journal. And maybe in those rainy days, you open that journal and go into these little successes of your life. And you are able to smile. So you will find the silver lining in the cloudy day. And when you write it down also, maybe later on when you're already old, you look back in those days, maybe when you are already successful also, you look back in those days where your financial situation is not as much stable as it is maybe in the future, and you are able to smile because you have beautiful memories. So write down these little successes and let it be the little flame that keeps you going in those challenging moments in life. Makes me think, yeah, there are so many ways you can make the journal. You can make YouTube videos and it becomes eternal, at least until, as long as YouTube is still there. Yeah, there are ways you can have a notebook, write it down. You can make a video. You can make a podcast. Some people, yeah, sing your song to the world. Okay, so this is our self-care tip for today. I hope that the tarot reading and the self-care tip has helped you face the day with great joy. So nurture yourself today. For some of you, if you see cotton candy, go and enjoy it. Okay, just don't forget to brush your teeth. They're very sweet. Okay. So thank you for the likes and comments you've given to the channel. Thank you for subscribing. I hope to see you again next time. Until that time, may God continue to bless your ways.